Hey everybody, this is Mark Oelze here with PLEDGEtalk and another Tuesday communication tip. And I have a good friend here with me, Nathan. Say hi, Nathan.
Hi.
Nathan's, I've known you for, I don't know, maybe 10 years, maybe 15, something like that. And you're in the community a little bit here and there. You got a lot going on in your life, I know. But he and I are doing a little bit of a road trip today. And I thought I'd do a little quick interview, Nathan, about Pledge. We just finished up the live course teaching it, and you've been around me. You've been to a conference when I taught Pledge, and you've heard about it and so forth. And I just thought I'd ask you to start off here. Tell me, what is something you appreciate most or have appreciated most about learning Pledge? And lean over this way to make sure they can see in the camera. Something you appreciate most about having learned Pledge.
I think it gives you a set of tools that you can use when a disagreement pops up, or even just to almost as a maintenance thing to keep a relationship communication flowing smoothly.
So tools to use, put into practice. We're all looking for, what do I do when conflict happens? And you can see there's a tool we can put into practice. And then a maintenance thing. I like that word. Say just a bit more about that.
Yeah, and I feel like it's best as a regular habit, because if you use the regular principles, they almost prevent you from having an argument that spirals out of control. You can keep it in that initial, like, oh, here's something we disagree on, rather than letting it go further. And you might even learn something about why they think what they do.
Love it. No, seriously, I love that. I love the idea. I'm not sure I've ever thought about it in terms of using that term. Other terms, the idea of maintenance, regular maintenance. We're driving, and in a vehicle, vehicles, we need to do regular maintenance on these things, or it's going to break down. You and I, in our relationship, even as a friendship, we need to be able to know tools, right? But we even need to relate to each other in a regular relationship, maintaining, using Pledge, even with together, so that our relationship stays a good place, let alone in all of our other relationships. So I love the idea. It's a maintenance thing. Tell me, what has been, if you were to say, what's been a challenge for you in regards to using Pledge?
I think the hard part for me is when you find out that you disagree with somebody on something.
Okay.
Like, I want them to not feel threatened if I hold a different position. I want them to feel okay and still feel loved. And it's difficult, I think, nowadays it seems like, to be in a close relationship and have a total difference of opinion. So I don't want people to walk away thinking I think something that I don't, but I want to be clear about what I think, but I also want them to feel like I love them and I tried to understand their view.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a balancing act, because some days I'll walk away thinking, oh man, I think they think I believe something that I don't. And on other days I'm like, oh man, maybe I came off a little too strong there. And it's really hard to get to that place where it's okay to have differences of opinions, but you can still, even if you have differences of opinions, move a little closer to each other in that.
And I would add, to the degree I think that we use the tools, to the degree we understand Pledge and use it well, to that same degree is we can still grow closer together, or be okay with each other, even though we disagree on something.
I want to live in the magical world where everyone comes to agreement, but I know that's not reality.
Yeah.
But Pledge is still great because it can still help you.
I love that. And one of the things that strikes me as you say all that is, and again, I'm not sure I thought about this, but the idea of, particularly if we're in any kind of relationship that is ongoing, how important it would be able to even just kind of bring up the idea of Pledge, right? We have a mutual friend, Chris Greenlee, who, again, whenever he gets into a new relationship, he teaches them Pledge and says we're going to have a conflict someday, and can we use this when we do, right? So I think it's just an upfront good thing to do. I think another upfront good thing to do in a relationship is to say something like, hey, undoubtedly, as we seek to, as we have relationship and spend time together, there are going to be times when we disagree on something. And can we agree today that when that happens, we can still be okay with each other? Wow. I think that's huge.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Great takeaways, Nathan. And thanks for being willing to give me a quick interview for our next Tuesday communication video tip.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, bud. Thanks. You want to hit the red button? All right.